She knew too much, and she died suddenly. The media says it was pneumonia, but new evidence suggests something much darker. Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, would have left scary clues before her death, warnings that were ignored. Now documents revealing and witnesses start talking, exposing secrets that can shake the whole music industry. It would have been silenced forever? You will see here you can change everything. Watch until the end. What we are about to reveal can make you see this story with other eyes. On November 15th, 2018, the entertainment world was surprised by the news of the death of Kim Porter, model, actress, and former partner of Sean Diddy Combs. The 47-year-old woman, mother of three with the hip-hop tycoon, was found lifeless at her home, located in Toluca Lake, California. The official cause of death, according to the Los Angeles County Coroner Department, was attributed to lobar pneumonia, a severe infection with lungs that can lead to fatal complications. However, from the first moment, his death generated questions, both from the public and people close to her, signs that something was not right. In the days before his death, Kim Porter would have reported to friends that he was not feeling well. She supposedly mentioned symptoms such as fever, chills, and a sense of persistent malaise. Despite seeking medical help, his condition worsened quickly, which led to his sudden death. What draws attention in this case is that Kim Porter, according to nearby sources, was a healthy woman with no known history of serious breathing problems. In addition, there are reports that hours before her death, she seemed to be improving, which makes her death even more enigmatic. Suspicions and theories begin to emerge. Shortly after his death, some theories began to circulate. Some people pointed out that she would have expressed fear shortly before she died, while others suggested that she had sensitive Diddy information that could have endangered her. Another issue that raised suspicions was the time Diddy took to speak publicly about Kim's death. Many hoped that he, from these statements, thrilled immediately, but his first manifestation occurred just a few days later. This delay, coupled with the turbulent history of the relationship between the two, has increased speculation about a possible cover-up or something more ominous. In addition, some members of Kim's family have never been completely satisfied with the official explanation of his death. Although there is no concrete evidence of a crime, doubts continue to grow, especially with the emergence of new evidence and documents in recent years. The relationship between Kim Porter and Sean Diddy Combs has been marked by ups and lows over more than a decade. The two began to get involved in the 1990s and, despite their separations and reconciliations over the years, remained connected until the end of Kim's life. Together they had 3 children, Christian, Delilah, and Jesse James, as well as Kim being the mother of Quincy Brown, son of singer Al B. Sure, which Diddy helped create. But behind the scenes, their relationship was not as perfect as it seemed in appearances. Reports of fights, betrayals, and possible psychological abuse surrounded the couple's relationship, especially in times of separation. A power and control relationship? Many people close to Kim Porter believe that Diddy had some control over her, both emotionally and financially. Despite his career in the fashion and television world, Kim never reached a complete level of complete financial independence, which kept her somewhat linked to Diddy. In past interviews, Kim even suggested that he knew things about Diddy that no one else knew, and would rather maintain silence. These statements, although enigmatic at the time, now gain a new weight in the face of recent investigations involving the rapper and various controversies. Suspected statements before his death. Shortly before he died, Kim Porter would have confided to friends that he was writing a book. Although the exact content of the work has never been revealed, some believe it could expose deep secrets of her relationship with Diddy and the world of entertainment. In addition, in his nearest social circle, Kim would have made hints that he was scared and that he knew information that could put his life at risk. These statements, added to his sudden death, made the theory that Kim Porter could have been silenced before it revealed something compromising, a love that ended tragically. Although Diddy expressed public sadness for Kim's death and paid tributes to her on social networks, some believe that her behavior does not match that of someone truly devastated. Still, others point out that in the months following Kim's death, Diddy was rapidly involved with other women, which for many seemed to be a try to move on quickly and avoid questions. Doubts about the relationship between the two do not stop growing. And now, with new revelations emerging, the connection between Kim's troubled life and his death gains even more dark contours. As more details emerge over Kim Porter's final moments, the speculation is growing that his death may not have been as simple as he was officially reported. Several sources close to the model claim that she would have left clues that suggested being afraid and worried about something bigger than a simple disease. Worrying messages and warnings. Shortly before he died, Kim Porter would have contacted people close and made statements that today are seen as suspicions. According to reports, she mentioned she had a bad feeling and even told a friend that if something happened to her, it wasn't an accident. In addition, some close people say Kim avoided certain places and certain people in the months before his death. She seemed to be worried about something she knew and could harm her. Kim Porter's lost book. One of the biggest questions around this case is the supposed existence of a diary or memoir that Kim Porter would be writing. Near friends stated that she wanted to share hidden details about her life and her relationship with Diddy, as well as striking backstage stories of the music and entertainment industry. However, this material was never found after his death. There are no official records of a manuscript and no posthumous publication arose, which raises the question, did anyone make a point of erasing this information? Kim's strange reaction on the final days. Another important clue left by Kim was his behavior in the days before his death. According to some reports, she looked agitated, worried, and anxious. There is information that, a few days before he died, Kim would have told acquaintances that he wanted to move away from Los Angeles and needed time for himself. However, she never had this chance. In addition, your last Instagram post before died was a photo with your children, where you wrote in the caption, "Unconditional love, nothing else matters." For some, this could just be a loving message, but for others, it may have been a disguised farewell. Were the clues ignored? Much of this information went unnoticed at the time, as his death was rapidly classified as natural causes. But over time, new revelations and investigations have reinforced doubts about what really happened to Kim Porter. Was your alerts a request for ignored help? Or did she know something that made her death inevitable? In recent years, Kim Porter's case has been re-examined by investigative journalists, fans, and even people close to her. The reason? New documents and reports that may indicate that your death was not as simple as it was officially registered. Medical reports and unanswered questions. The official report concluded that Kim Porter died of pneumonia lobar, a severe pulmonary infection. However, some experts question how a healthy and active woman may have succumbed to the disease so quickly without having a significant history of breathing problems. In addition, initial reports indicated that Kim seemed to be recovering before his death, which makes his death even stranger. Some theories suggest that the picture may have been accelerated by some external factor, something that has never been properly investigated. New documents and suspicious connections. Recently, independent investigations have brought out documents and information that can link Kim Porter's death to other conspiracies within the entertainment industry. Some of this information includes bank records and financial movements of Kim in the months before his death, which could indicate that she was trying to prepare for a new phase of life or something she feared. Anonymous testimonies of former Diddy employees who claim that Kim knew too much about Bad Boy Records' internal secrets. Kim's emails and messages, allegedly changed with close friends, where she expressed concern about her safety and the consequences of certain revelations. A connection with other mysterious deaths? Another issue raised by researchers is the similarity between Kim Porter's death and other cases involving people close to the world of music and entertainment. There are theories that suggest that when someone inside this circle begins to know too much, it ends up disappearing or dying in suspicious circumstances. Among the examples cited are Whitney Houston and her daughter Bobby Christina, both found dead in strange situations. Tupac Shakur, whose death remains surrounded by mystery and speculation about his involvement with powerful hip-hop figures. Andre Harrell, former Diddy's Menus, who died of heart failure in 2020, raising questions about his involvement with internal industry secrets. What does this mean for Kim Porter's case? With new evidence arising, the pressure grows for an official reassessment of Kim Porter's death. However, there are powerful forces that may be working to ensure that certain truths never come to light. If the new information is true, this could put Diddy's legacy in check and expose a much larger network of obscure secrets within the entertainment industry. But will these revelations be enough to reopen the investigation into his death? Or will Kim Porter's case remain one more of Hollywood's great unresolved mysteries? Kim Porter's death is not the only controversial event involving the name of Sean Diddy Combs. Over the years, Diddy has been associated with a series of suspicious conspiracies and incidents, some of which involve powerful hip-hop figures, obscure business, and even mysterious deaths. These calls raise a crucial question. Kim Porter knew something that could compromise Diddy? And if so, did this have any relationship with your death? The connection with the deaths of Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. Perhaps one of the most famous conspiracies involving Diddy is his supposed connection with the murders of Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. in the 1990s. For years, theories have suggested that Diddy may have played an indirect role in the events that led to Tupac's death in 1996. Some sources claim that Diddy may have financed or encouraged attacks on rapper due to the rivalry between the Bad Boy record labels by Diddy and Death Row Records from Suge Knight. In 1997, the notorious B.I.G., one of the most important artists of the Diddy label, was murdered in circumstances similar to those of Tupac. Many believe that Diddy knew more about this case than he publicly admitted. Although he has denied involvement in both deaths, reports, interviews, and even FBI investigations indicate that he may have valuable crimes information that never completely came to light. Accusations of control and silencing. Over the years, Diddy has been accused of using his power and influence to ensure that certain truths were never revealed. There are former employees, friends, and even artists who said he had methods to silence who talked too much. Former celebrities and entrepreneurs said that Diddy used to use money and influence to manipulate situations in his favor. In some cases, people who threatened to expose him suffered retaliation or simply disappeared from the radar. This leads to a big question. Could Kim Porter have been one of those people? Suspicious financial schemes. In addition to theories related to crimes and murders, there are also complaints about obscure business involving Diddy. Reports indicate that he would have used facade companies and offshore accounts to move money without leaving traces. There are former parcelers who claim Diddy diverted millions of dollars over the years, hiding profits from musical contracts and commercial agreements. Some people close to Kim Porter believe she knew about these financial movements, which could have put her at risk. Diddy and the dark world of the music industry. Behind the scenes of hip-hop, there is rumors that Diddy is part of a circle of influence within the music industry, where few control a lot, and those who try to get out or reveal secrets pay a high price. Kim Porter, being with Diddy's side for so many years, would be aware of many of these secrets, from business disputes to compromising information about other celebrities. If she really knew something explosive, it could be a strong reason to silence her before she revealed the truth. What is the connection with Kim Porter's death? With all these suspicions around Diddy, it is impossible to ignore the fact that Kim Porter could have been a key piece in revealing compromising information about him. Her friends say she knew too much. She herself said before she died that she had secrets that could shake the world of entertainment. Now, with new evidence and questions arising, Kim Porter's death may not just be a tragedy, but an event linked to a much greater scheme of silencing and conspiracy. With the resurgence of new information about Kim Porter's death, the pressure grows for the case to be reviewed. However, bumping into the truth can be harder than it seems. Diddy is an extremely influential figure, and any research that involves him faces barriers that go beyond evidence and evidence. But in the face of so many doubts, are there chances that the truth finally comes to light? Can the investigation be reopened? For Kim Porter's case to be officially reopened, new concrete evidence would be presented to the authorities. This could include testimonials of new witnesses or who were afraid to speak before, documentary evidence such as emails, messages, or medical records that point to something suspicious, a movement of Kim Porter's family pressuring more investigations. The problem? So far, no authority has shown interest in re-examining the case. Officially, his death continues to be treated as a natural event, despite the many inconsistencies. Can you use your power to avoid the truth? Diddy has a history of influence and manipulation behind the scenes of the industry. In recent years, several accusations have emerged against him, including financial scandals and possible crime involvement, but never faced real consequences. If there is indeed something larger behind Kim Porter's death, powerful forces may work to keep this burned case: the role of the media and public opinion. With the advance of the internet and social networks, the public has a key role in keeping this subject alive. When suspicious cases are not forgotten, the pressure is growing for authorities and journalists to investigate deeper. If history continues to circulate and new information arises, it may be forced to answer questions that has so far avoided. What can we expect? Faced with all these revelations and Diddy's calls with other suspicious cases, there are still many questions unanswered. Kim Porter was the victim of a larger conspiracy? Did she really know something that put her life at risk? Is there a reopening of the case? Or will your death remain without definitive explanations? If there is something to be discovered, more pieces of this puzzle can still arise. What remains is to know is, who will be brave enough to challenge Diddy's power and expose the whole truth?